Good morning. It's Wednesday the 26th of October. Just zoom out a bit. I spent last night at the airfield again. It's a lovely quiet spot. This is Woodhenge, not far from Amesbury. I was not far when I stayed last night, only a couple miles on the road. It's only 2 miles away from Stonehenge. It was discovered in the 20s. Two posts there, look. It's obviously a gateway in originally. Anyway, it was discovered in the 20s by some bloke flying an airplane over. I saw these marked out in the crops that were here. I forget the bloke's name now. But anyway, it's believed it was built at a similar time to Stonehenge, about 2,500 years ago. Concrete post now. It's a bit dapper, it is, isn't it? Why have a woodhenge that's made of wood? It's now made of concrete blocks, obviously preformed to take up the original shape of the original post holes. Would have been a bank all the way around here, not a Lord's of Halifax, but a bank dug out. Well, a lot putting banks around things, didn't they? Wouldn't be a fortification, I don't think. It's just more of a way of lining things up. But this just, because it's only 2 miles in Stonehenge, it just line up with some access to the winter and summer solstice. Well, I don't know how tall the post would have been originally, but I suggest they're as high as telegraph poles, because some of them are the same shape as a telegraph pole, don't they? So 2,500 years ago, when BT's telegraph poles were starting to be not as good as they were originally, saw them into bits and plunked them here. Now, obviously replaced by concrete now. There's been 2 bodies found here. One an infant and one a young boy. So it wasn't really a big burial site, was it? Just 2 small bodies here. This is Woodhenge in Wiltshire. Don't go away. Well, I'm going to turn you off in a second. Because next we're going to have a look at the side to the Amesbury Archer. I've got some interesting facts about that. A bit more interesting than this Woodhenge place. I'll see you in a minute. Well, it's still the same day as Woodhenge. But the site of the Amesbury Archer, in 2002, it was discovered the grave. This is before these block of houses that were built, where there was these grave discovered when they were digging out the foundations. It is believed to date from 2,300 BC. That's a long time ago, isn't it? So similar time to Stonehenge, of course. You've seen the picture. It was called the Archer because the many arrowheads, obviously done from flint, chipped out from flint, weren't they? And some gold also found. Probably the earliest ever known gold objects ever found in England were found with him, which obviously suggests he was a very important man. I was watching a programme yesterday on YouTube about Phil Harding, the Time Team bloke, and it was quite. He likes his flint things, doesn't he? And they were talking about him. Just thought he came from Germany, by carbon dating his skeleton. Rode over here, obviously an illegal immigrant. Rode over here, landed in South Coast probably, or it might even be the East Coast, mightn't it? Imagine how long it would have took him to walk from the East Coast to here. It takes all day to drive there, let alone walk. It must have took him weeks to get there. And what made him come here to the Stonehenge area? Well, what was the attraction of people from all around the world coming here thousands of years ago? And oddly enough, you sit at Stonehenge and look at the vehicles behind them, camper vans, cars, motorcycles, you name it. A lot of them have got foreign registrations, but they obviously got there by sat-nav and probably looked on Wikipedia about places. It just goes to show that for thousands of people have been going from all around the world to Stonehenge area. Amazing as that, and still do. Well, that's it for the moment.